What's up? So I probably could have done this before. Oh man, it is totally 9 o'clock on a Friday, and here we are, just controlling our anxiety. Okay, so for real, I just was gonna pop on and show y'all what I do to help control my anxiety, because I have OCD really bad, and everybody's like, I have OCD and it's like not a good thing, and it really isn't a bad thing. I mean, especially if you can control it and make sure that it's just streamlined towards something like productive, you know. Anyway, so for my show, I told y'all I had this spreadsheet that was a checklist. It has like 200 things on there. I literally just Googled like 5 different checklists and combined everything. That's why mine's so big. So if you need a show checklist, I got you. And anyway, so I did that the first time. Hey, Brianna. And for this past show, and then now I have this afternoon, I redid the checklist, the master checklist, and updated it. Obviously now I know how the shows work, kind of, and things that I need and stuff like that. Anyway, so that was what it is. So obviously I brought 2 bags to the show, like to the actual show, and this is one of them, this little suitcase bag. And then my other one is my Buff Bunny duffel bag that I showed y'all, that has that you can actually put ice bags in the bottom of it and then put your food in the very, very bottom of it. I'll show that to y'all later, but I did post about it. And this roll, and so that hooks onto this bag because you don't want anything on your shoulder because you get your tan all messed up. So, and I'm just learning this, so I'm not a professional by any means, but if I stay organized, and then I'll become a professional. Just kidding. Okay, so anyway, tonight I did checklist, and I have these little bags because a lot of the things that were on the checklist were like things that you might need. Like, okay, safety pins, first aid kit, baby wipes, washcloth, sewing kit, ibuprofen, hairspray, tease and comb, scrunchie, bobby pin, straightener, curler, fingernail kit, dryer sheets, because you can't wear deodorant, so you have to have dryer sheets, alcohol wipes, gloves. Gloves are so you don't, if you need to touch up your tan, you don't get stuff on your fingers. And then extra makeup, obviously lashes, blah blah. Anyway, so it's all kind of stuff that you just might, and then a food bag, all kind of stuff that you might not even use. I probably didn't use any of this, but you might need it, and you want to have it obviously if you need it. So because that's where the anxiety comes in, you know, is that what if you need it? So that's where, and then the OCD comes into play to save the day by making checklists. And so I have these little bags. There's actually gonna be 5 of them, but I just ordered some new tanning kit, because I am doing a show in 6 weeks. I really haven't talked about that, but and I'm gonna do my own tan, because I just didn't really like the way that the tan came out this last time. Spray tan. It was spray tan, so I'm going to do my own tan next time. I just ordered everything, so I'm going to make a tan bag, obviously. But I use these little bags. So these little bags, I have like 100 of them, because all my bands, my booty bands, came in these bags. But I also save all the bags from my shopping. So they obviously come from China. But they are very durable. I literally use them all the time. And so on them is the checklist for this bag. So the checklist, or all this stuff is in this bag all the time. And these bags stay in the suitcase bag. Hey Ashley, what's up? Friday night here on live. So all these bags stay in my rolling bag until I get to the show, and then these go into my duffel bag. And so then I have these checklists. You can't really see them, but it just what goes in the rolling bag while we travel, and then what goes in the rolling bag to the show, and what goes in the duffel bag to the show. So this travels with me, this rolling bag, and I'll keep my suit and my heels and all that. I mean, it's a lot of money in this bag, so I don't want it to get lost in the airport, obviously, and I want to be able to still do the show. So even if my bags get lost, if I have this bag, then I'll be good. So that checklist, there's 3 on that. This, like I said, these on there, but it really just eases my anxiety. And so my next show is in 6 weeks. It's on like 5 weeks actually. We get back on Sunday and we leave for Jamaica on that following Wednesday. So right now I'm starting to prepare for that show, for all of it really, for the show, and then I'll start packing this weekend. I'm such a checklist maker. Girl, me too. Look at all these. These are all checklists. These are all checklists. These are all checklists. I'm a checklister. But that's how you stay organized, right? So I've done this for the show, and I'm pretty sure, I highlight on my computer, so all of it's on my computer, what I need to get, and then each show I have a master checklist. Each show I'll just make a, copy that checklist and fill in all the answers. So like show name, the date, location, address. There's a lot of stuff that just a lot. So I try to stay as organized as possible, especially because traveling with Andy, and this is the first time, this past time, that I was telling Charlotte, my friend that came with me, that we've flown with Disney, and Andy's so spoiled as far as I always have everything. So doing this checklist might seem a little OCD, and so I know how y'all are with kids at this point, because the whole flight, Andy and Izzy were like, did you bring it? Do you have a charger? Do you have chapstick? Do you have this? Do you have that? Do you have a snack? Do you have ibuprofen? And I'm like, yeah. So I could only imagine having kids, but so I have to have some type of structure, and I literally pack for everybody. So checklists are just I have to have them. I have checklists when we go to Venice. I have checklists all over the place, and it just helps. So if you are not a checklister, just try it. It's so much nicer. And then so having checklists helps my anxiety. And then starting early. So obviously I'm 7. Yes, it 100% keeps your anxiety down. So I'm 6 weeks away from both of those things, and I'm already starting to pack. So I know that sounds crazy, but if I do, yes, Brianna, that's how you have to be, especially as a mom. And really, so once I get my first checklist done, Andy just texted me. He must have heard his, let me tell him. He must have heard his ears ringing or whatever. Once you get your first checklist done for vacation, especially when you start traveling and you're tracking food, obviously you don't want to track everything, but having a one checklist, and then you just add to it. So literally you just do it once, and it does take time. And I haven't been on social media till now because I've been doing this. So people stay off social media until you get your shit together. But you just keep adding to it, and it's not like it's hard, And then the other thing was just to start packing early, or start getting organized early, just not putting off things. That gives me anxiety, putting off things, because you still have to have balance. I don't want to be 2 weeks out and then 1, forget things, or 2, be so anxious, or so have so much stuff to do that I can't even spend time with Andy. That's not fair to him. I try really hard with all of my life, my business, going to the gym, obviously my activities, this kind of thing, to not take away from time with Andy. He doesn't deserve that, and he does the same thing for me. So if I do a little bit at a time, yeah, for each kid, yeah, that would be yep. Yes, I know. I forget everything. I forget everything. I will walk to the front of the house and not remember what I went to the front of the house for. So it's crazy. And some people, like my husband, one time, this made funny, y'all gonna laugh. One time I wrote like a summer list for us to do during the summer. Like, and this is just house stuff. Like when we had the house pressure wash and random things that like he could do a little bit and I could do a little bit. Like it's just a master checklist, whatever, for the house. And I put it on the counter and I said, hey, did you see the checklist? He said, I saw it. I was like, okay, it's not just for you, it's for both of us. And he goes, I don't need a checklist. I was like, but it's not for you. It's like for us to do like, randomly together. And he goes, I don't need no damn list. I was like, oh, okay. So I took it, I threw it away. But I was like he don't need a list. Like, or he don't want a list. He don't write lists. He likes them. Like when I write him a list of things like for him to pack, that's what I do. So I'll write a list of things for him to pack. And then I highlight the ones that he needs to get. So I pack everything else and he needs to get all this. But he can look at the whole list and say, make sure that I got everything, But so he likes that, but he is not a list writer. He's a list doer, I guess. But yeah, so, and then packing early. That's my second thing. So list and starting to think about things before it comes to be like a week out. I literally, with y'all, I could not do all of this in a week. So that's really it. I just want to come on because I'm feeling my OCD girls and my organizing checklisters, and I just want you to know that it's okay to be OCD and it's okay to have a plan and be this type of person. It's okay. You accomplish a lot. Thanks, Ashley. Ooh, I do need to get with you. I need to get with you next week about makeup. Like on my checklist for this coming show, it says like tan. I'm gonna do my own tan. So it says tan. I'll do hair. I'll do makeup. You might want to find somebody to do this. But I'm going to try to do it myself, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time this show to learn all like the contouring and stuff, but we'll see. Either way, I'll probably need to get with you because you're the makeup master. So, all right, y'all have a good night.